Lil Boo sipper. Scary.
The pumpkin looks absolutely revolting. And then right here they have Shrek's outhouse.
I'm digging that they put this on the back of the hoodie. Now guys, we're currently at Universal Studios. This is about to be one of the biggest, baddest Halloween Horror Nights 2022 updates. They have brand new merchandise. Almost all the props have been put out in all of the scare zones. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because this is the #1 place now on the entire internet for all things Halloween Horror Nights. I'm gonna be covering it all for you. You do not want to miss a video. The Pumpkin Lord has risen.
So this is the Pumpkin Lord's pumpkin. If you remember from Wicked Growth last year, the last time you saw him before you exited the house is he was in this pumpkin chilling, screaming at you. The pumpkin looks absolutely revolting. Looks like it's like molded and everything. Then they've added like these thorny vines along the entire platform. This thing is massive. So yeah, he will be up there towering over everyone coming into HHN this year. And they have this giant box in the back, probably for like the set changes, right? For the Pumpkin Lord to get in and out of his pumpkin. But it's all just like decaying and peeling. Yeah, this camouflage box is massive. Here's the door that the actor will be going in and out of. So it says, do not enter. Then they also added a fog machine right next to where the Pumpkin Lord will be. This is brand new. There's a gravestone here. And it says Sherry. Who's Sherry? Let's do a little zoom in. Looks like there's ectoplasm or something on the gravestone. But there's like a bone. It's like glistening in the sun. So there's all these skulls in the mud, skeleton hands. There's like a rib cage down there. They've also added this little prop, the witch's hat and a cauldron. Now each one of these little stands is connected to each one of the scare zones here because the Pumpkin Lord is rising them all up. So we got like a voodoo doll right there. Then we have a witch's broom, and there's some seance candles down here. And then one of like the little witch's wicker totems. Is that what they're called? And there's like some poison bottles here. And then this one we've already seen. So this represents the Major Sweets scare zone, and this is gonna represent the Scarecrow scare zone. I think this is probably making the scarecrows rise up. Then we have like a Scarecrow's arm that got lost in the dirt. Then there's a sickle right here, and then they have some corn down here. Then there's a terrifying Scarecrow base in the mud. So I'm guessing the characters will be looking a lot like that. Then they have the terrifying Scarecrow with a crow on his shoulder. There's also like some dead birds here. This scare zone's gonna be creepy, man. Finally got these popcorn buckets in. They had them at Universal Hollywood. This illuminates. You have a little raptor, little blue right there. You're looking at $25 for this, but the first refill is free.
Oh my goodness, we're live.
It's time for the question of the day. If there's gonna be a Halloween Horror Nights house that was taxi themed,
ooh,
what would be some creepy taxi themed scenes?
I like this one. It's got to be a place where there is like a crosswalk, and you and you go to step on the crosswalk, but then the sound sounds like a taxi going by, and it scares the heck out of you. You know, I think that would definitely be good.
Yeah.
Okay, somewhere you have to be the cab driver yourself, and then the passenger jumps out without paying. Scary.
Oh, the mystery machine is out here. They're blaring music.
I would love for an IP house of the Scooby-Doo, right? How cool would that be to have a Scooby-Doo HHN house? You know, one of those like fun, funny houses. I feel like that would be amazing.
They've added these random stairs out by 5 and Dime. Interesting. Now they've added all sorts of like moss and vines on Cafe La Bamba. Even on the little fountain over there, there's all these vines and moss.
They had the skeleton bar here. It was a lot of fun. But this is kind of where I believe like the RIP tours get to eat. So it's gonna be decorated and themed to them. This is stunning artwork.
It's like an old vinyl record. The water show this year is gonna be Ghoulish, a Halloween tale. It says Halloween Horror Nights record and story, 13-page read-along, book and record, 31 RPM. So 31 for, you know, HHN 31. And then down here on the bottom, they have some bats and some trees. I'm really excited for this show now after seeing this artwork. They're heading into this scare zone. They've added some fencing. Probably something big is gonna go here. Some sort of giant pole. What is this? Looks like they have some sort of shed that they've put up. And they added a little boo hole right here. You can see the trigger for the scare actor right down there. So they'll be able to jump out at you. And they've added this wagon. There's some saws on there. And the tape down there just says HHN Street. And then right here they have Shrek's outhouse. There's like some claw marks on the wood. We're over here at like the cathedral over by the SpongeBob SquarePants, the gift shop. But they've added the menus. Garlic Philly cheesesteak. It's like a black bun. That thing looks gnarly. It's gonna destroy my system. Okay, here's a better look at the mummy cookie. I'm digging that. It's got hieroglyphics on it. It's only like $4. Cheesesteak's gonna be $11 though. This looks like a good booth. Then over here at the Scarecrow booth, we have canned beverages. Looks like an Ecto-Cool. cooler. Lacto cooler. So it's a beer of Voodoo Brewing Company Lacto Cooler. But yeah, it looks just like the Ghostbusters Ecto Cooler High C from back in the day. Then we have Eats and Treats. So we have the Twisted Tater with queso. This thing was absolutely terrible last year. Then they have a Fiery Twisted Tater. It's like hot Cheeto dust on it.
And just like we suspected, this booth is a Chucky themed food booth. Yay, Chucky's back.
We know because of his hand with the knife. So to eat here, they're gonna have the Wanna Play beignets, a chili libre. I have no idea what that is. Oh God, I cannot wait to review this though. I think that's a donut. It's a donut burger because I see glaze on it. Now at the birthplace of Lil Boo, and we will forever be calling it that, they've added a bunch of light all the way around the outside of the pumpkin. They've added a little bit to this scare zone. They've added some burlap and they've added skulls. Like there's symbols carved into the skulls, and then there's almost like a gorilla skull. And then down here, we have this skull with like a butterfly with a crown on it. I think there's got to be meaning to this one. They put the purple dragon up here. These are probably each one of the realms. I think there's 3 realms that creatures are coming from in the scare zone. So again, they have some more skulls right here. They've added some more burlapping, some tall grass. Now there are 2 very distinct symbols with skulls over here. I'm not seeing anything over here. They did add some more skulls, but nothing very special that stands out. Probably over the next couple days, we'll see a specialty skull representing the realm that this little cart is from. They've added the HHN menu here. What do we have? Sacrifice Remains mac and cheese bowl. Is that a rib that looks like? And chili. And then over here we have the burnt offering mac and cheese bowl. So I'm guessing that there's gonna be, is that a burnt end or crispy bacon? I don't know. I wish there was better descriptions. It's just kind of like says the name of it, but it doesn't say exactly what is in each one of the food offerings. Now they've added some things I heard in the Louis restaurant for the character dining. They've added this little photo up in the middle of the restaurant. I'm guessing you'll be able to take a photo of Michael Myers here. So we have the notorious Halloween pumpkin, and then we have this wonderful poster. I'm digging this artwork from the first Halloween. I'm guessing they're gonna sell this on a t-shirt. This kind of makes me want to do this character dining now after seeing this cool little photo op. So we know this is gonna be Halloween, and then this photo op I believe will be the mummy. We're gonna be going into the meat locker. We'll do a backstory probably when I review all this food about the history of, you know, the meats and everything. They have all these dead bodies hanging. You have hands and what is this, ham hock? All right, let's see what we're dealing with the menu up there. We have a spicy fried chicken, so crispy fried chicken thigh pieces with peanut, crunchy chili, toasted sesame seeds, scallions, and a spicy sauce. Then down here we're gonna have spoiled angry bear meat. There's gonna be hot Cheetos on it. So it's gonna be pretty much a Rice Krispie treat. It looks like ground beef and with hot Cheetos on it. Then there's gonna be fried zombie brains, fried cauliflower, tossed in a spicy sauce, and then fresh ground princess, sweet raspberry flavored Rice Krispie treat. Now along to the Thai restaurant, they have all these bodies hanging. You'll be eating some animal. You'll be eating some people. You know, just a good time here. And over here in the little drink booth is meats, drinks. There's gonna be the specialty cocktail. They're just gonna have a Bloody Mary and it's like a White Claw and a Bud Light and some sodas. So kind of what we figured, just kind of a basic little bar, but they have some meat up hanging up. And then over here it says do not enter when you're going into the alleyway. I love this little addition. This guy has definitely seen better days. Now at the Blueberry Skull booth, African lentil and potato sambusa coffin, pepperoni pizza skull. Is that what this is? That looks pretty cool. Lil Boo spicy pumpkin bun. Is this gonna be like a little bao bun? And then a tombstone red velvet cake pop. For the drinks here, they're gonna have the Bog Slime 2, the sequel. The Bog Slime is always good. And over here at the zombie stand, it just looks like a Twisted Tater stand, so you have all the different versions of Twisted Taters that you could get. You can see all the culinary team practicing making the menu items. Okay, I like this. So they have QR codes, so you can scan it and it'll have the menu pop up for you when you're waiting in line. Let's see if it's working right now. It just took me to the Universal app. I don't think it's working yet.
All right, now over here at the Transformers bar, they put the menu up of all the alcoholic drinks. Specialty drink, right? They got the Electric Death, and then we're gonna have the Ghoul Juice, that's a classic. Then on draft, we're gonna have the Eel and Curly Pecan Pie Cider. Then there's a Whole Hawk Pumpkin Ale, then there's gonna be a Hacker Shore Oktoberfest, then there's gonna be a Rogue Bat Squat Hazy IPA. I don't really care for beer, but I am excited for that Pecan Pie Cider and the Electric Death. I'm gonna be drinking many of those during HHN.
Now the RIP tour guides are starting to train right now. Now, let's talk about the dead coconut real quick. They added this little advertisement here. I thought it was just kind of a funny little wink to City Walk, but then
in the All Hallows Eve boutique, they added a little drink stir of a little hand that said the Dead Coconut Bar. bar. I feel like it's more than just a little nod to a City Walk bar. So then I went to City Walk during the opening time and the bar's closed. But I do see like there was carpet in there and everything, so it looks like they were working on some stuff. So I don't know what's happening. Did the Red Coconut Club ever reopen when Universal did in 2020 and everything? So it would be really cool if they are doing like a little spooky holiday overlay. No official announcements. That's just what we're thinking.
The food stand out here, what is going on? Witch's Spell Cauldron. There's gonna be a chicken stew served with a skeleton cornbread. That looks interesting. Then we're gonna have carnita arepas. That's kind of the standard that they've had for a while.
We are headed off to Islands of Adventure now. We are on the hunt for Lil Boo.
They have a little photo spot for the Daytona 500. Now, do I know anything about NASCAR? No. The closest thing I know is probably about Ricky Bobby.
We are now at Islands of Adventure to hunt for the new Lil Boo merchandise. I saw pictures. This is the most insane thing I think they've released yet.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's a little warm, but it's...
What's been your most interesting experience this week?
Most interesting experience this week, I was chased by a small velociraptor right around the vehicle right here. Came out of nowhere. I had to climb on top, thought they was going to get me for good, but then they just started laughing and ran away. So
I hate when that happens.
I hate them, it is, but it is.
All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. New Lil Boo merchandise.
Here we go, into the All Hallows Eve boutique. Now they had a caution sign because all the crowds are running after these new sippers. Now they do have a giant blanket. It's gonna be $70. It's got a Lil Boo on it, front and center. Now this is what we were here for. It's gonna be $18. For $35, they have a new Studio Screamers Ringer t-shirt. It's got all the different Screamers from this year. And on the sleeve it says Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 2022. Then for $20, they have a new candle scent. It kind of smells just like a fall and almost like a pumpkin spice scent, but it says every day is Halloween scented candle. For $20, they also have their own Lil Boo candle. Halloween Horror Nights 2022. There's the cat, the witch, and it says Lil Boo scented candle.
Let's see how it smells. It's like a pumpkin-y cinnamon.
Who says that you have?
It smells pretty good.
And then also for $20, they have a Day of the Dead candle. It smells kind of like lime and lavender. That's the best way to describe it. They have the Halloween candle, Lil Boo candle, and Day of the Dead. Lil Boo is pretty much all the way sold out. You could tell what is everyone's favorite. Pretty similar to this candle. There's kind of a little bit of a fog smell. I always spot something new every time I come in here. Look at that dragon and that cute little ghost down there.
This is the rundown about the Lil Boo merch. I love that blanket so much. That blanket is magnificent. It's $70 though. The Lil Boo sipper. They've had 5 cases come in today, and there's like 40 per case, and they only have like 25 left in stock. I got here around like 1. They're selling out super quick. Let me show you guys the sipper.
Now, here's a little better look at the sipper. Now, the straw does come out, which I appreciate, because with a lot of like Disney sippers, right, you're stuck with it just looking like a sipper. This you can just put on your shelf, and it looks normal and just like a Lil Boo plastic figure. Now, the cap just screws right off. You get a little shot of it inside. It does not come with any drinks. You are just paying for the sipper. That is it. One of the team members was saying that one of their girlfriends was going to turn this into a little succulent holder, right? Put some soil and everything and have a little succulent coming out of the top of Lil Boo's head. I think that's a great idea for next year. If they make a little ceramic Lil Boo succulent, that would sell out instantly.
I love this because Universal is listening to their fans, right, about what they want, and they're giving it to us. And this stuff is selling out like crazy. So probably by the time you're watching this video, Lil Boo will have been sold out. They said they're probably gonna get a couple more in for when the tribute store comes out in a couple days. But after that, I think Lil Boo is like sold out for good. So get here as soon as possible. First thing in the morning, see if they get a restock to get yourself your own Lil Boo sipper. He's $18 after my annual pass holder discount. He's around like 16, which is not bad for something this cute and adorable. Now our Halloween Horror Nights merch hunt does not stop here at Universal Studios. One of you guys just tagged me. They've officially stocked all the Halloween Horror Nights new merchandise at Hot Topic at the Florida Mall. So we gotta go there ASAP. We made it to the Florida Mall. Cannot get distracted. We gotta go to Hot Topic. Hopefully they have the HHN merch. Space Battle Airsoft Shooting Range. There's astronauts and transformers, and there's just airsoft guns, and you just shoot at little targets. All right, here we go. We made it to Hot Topic. It's real. Jack the Clown long sleeve shirt. There's Halloween Horror Nights on it. Then on the front of the Jack sleeve long sleeve shirt, Jack right there. So this is reminiscent of the clown outfit that he wears. Here's a standard black hoodie, say Frankenstein and Jack right there. Along the arm, it says Halloween Horror Nights. On the back, Halloween Horror Nights 4. I'm digging that they put this on the back of the hoodie. Then for $23, they have the Bride of Frankenstein design from last year. Frankenstein's monster and the bride right there. Halloween Horror Nights. You can see the vampires in the back. Then they have the shirt, pumpkin being cut up, Halloween Horror Nights. And for $26.90, they have the standard black t-shirt with all the icons. So you have Jack, Caretaker, the Storyteller, the Director, And the Usher, number 2590, they have Jack. Now we never got a shirt looking like this. They had this on, you know, some of the merchandise, but it was never just one full shirt of Jack. They also have this really cool tie-dye Oogie Boogie. It's a pretty thick long sleeve shirt, almost like a Spirit jersey. Now they do have some Overboy shirts here. The Shrek meme face and Shrek just running. Look at this cute little Beetlejuice bag that they have. Oh man, they did Beetlejuice so dirty with this little plush. Oh my gosh, the cartoon show is getting some love. What? All right, who remembers the Beetlejuice cartoon show? So they have Shrek meme socks. They do have this Chucky long sleeve sweater. It's a pretty cool Bride of Frankenstein tie-dye shirt. You know what? Another HHN shirt. Okay, now guys, we're back at home. Here's a look at the long sleeve shirt. All right, so we got Jack right here, and then this is what the back of the shirt will look like. I'm digging it. I still have many questions on how Hot Topic and Halloween Horror Nights did a collab, but it's not online and nobody really knows about it. Is it nationwide? But it's also kind of obscure because it's like Jack from Halloween Horror Nights Orlando, or is it just gonna be kind of Florida based? I don't know. We don't know, but it is in stock at the Florida Mall. We also got some news on TikTok. The Fuel Girls posted this.
How exciting, we're finally allowed to announce that we will be performing in the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios.
So it looks like they will be the ones dealing with the fire and be on the stage for the Halloween Horror Nights stage show. And then we also got our Lil Boo sipper. Here's a little better look at him. It says Halloween Horror Nights on the back. If you see these, pick them up because they will be selling out. The Lil Boo hat has not restocked at all. These sold out today, and probably when they do get it restocked, it'll be hours if not minutes before they are gone. So if you get a chance, try to pick one of these up as soon as possible. I got the email today. My camera has been refurbished, so we will be back to 4K 60 frames per second, no longer the 1080p. Sorry, it's been fuzzy and grainy the past couple of videos. Tomorrow's video, I'm gonna be trying to cover Lowe's at Home Depot and some of the other spooky department stores. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Join the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things spooky and scary and Halloween Horror Nights. Guys, I love you all. Please stay safe, and I'll see y'all very soon.
It scares the heck out of you.
Looks like this mannequin is caught in quicksand.